None at all. Yo, Wagwan J Squad. Welcome to the live stream. Good night. Yeah, man, welcome. Let me just run off the intro for all the persons who are coming in. Yeah. So Wagwan peeps. Two people on the live. Welcome. Remember to like up the live, guys. So, man. All right, guys. So we are live. As I said before, we are live. So welcome to the live stream once again. Yeah, man, we're in the building. All the early birds. I apologize for being a few minutes late. Had some housekeeping matters to deal with, family issues. You know the thing, though. Yeah, there's a life outside of YouTube as well. But we have a spicy topic tonight. Yeah, is intimacy an important part of your relationship? Let's talk about that tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have a discussion about that tonight. So just waiting for all the persons to roll in, and then we're gonna take it from there, guys. So before we do that, we always start it off the right way. And we just want to give credence to God in the midst of all of that we're going to discuss tonight. So, yeah, Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before you. We give thanks for the words that you've always given to our hearts. Father, we thank you for the intellect that you provide in our conversations, Father God. And we always steer conversations, Father, in your direction as well. So, God, I pray that you will be in the midst. We invite your presence tonight. And I pray that, Lord, you'll have full control in whatever we say or we do tonight. We glorify you, we exalt you, and we just big you up, Jesus. Welcome to the live stream, Lord. You're a part of it. So, welcome everybody. Remember, J Squad, like up the live as soon as you enter. Yes. We're going to talk about this thing tonight. Is intimacy an important part of your relationship? What say you? Remember, give me a shout out in the comment section. Let us know that you're here so I can acknowledge you on the live stream. Yes. Let your mother stamp your name. I could know say you're there. Say good night. Let's be courteous tonight. Let's greet each other. Let's talk about this topic tonight. Is intimacy an important part of your relationship? We're also going to be looking at the different factors that make up intimacy, because some people think about intimacy as in, that three-letter word, but it's not always about that. Intimacy is such a broad thing in relationships. So we're going to do a deep dive into that tonight. Yeah, man. Stamp your name, roll in, like up the live. We have 3 people on the live. Let me know that you are here. Yeah. Yeah, man. Welcome, Tasha Timely Thoughts. You are first on the radar tonight. I see you first. First comment in the comment section, Tasha Timely Thoughts. And we also see 2 other people on the live. Yeah, man. Very welcome to have you. I'm very grateful to have you on the live stream. Yeah, guys, still getting situated, still getting things started. We have 2 people on the live here. Remember, like up the live as soon as you pass through. Yeah. And if you don't know how to like up the live, it means you simply just come up this main screen and you just go back on your YouTube. You see where it says like. Give us a thumbs up, man. Let us know, because a thumbs up really helps the channel. Remember, guys, we still have on our radar the whole aspect of watch hours. We still work on that. And don't forget, guys, it's still imperative, still important that we push through this. Thank you for multitasking, Tasha. I myself am multitasking as well. That's the reason why the screen are really on yet. But I know my lovely supporters. I know my supporters and brothers and sisters and family up in this building. I know that they understand. So we'll work together tonight. Tasha says, I'm multitasking, LOL. I love you. That's intimacy. Watch dinner. Cool up in the comment section. What you love, what you love. Full of attitude. Yes, mama, welcome. JB Natural, welcome to you as well, my dear. Watch that. Long time no see JB. And if JB roll out for my life, you know something special tonight. JB, we're going to be talking about the topic tonight. What? We're going to be talking about the topic tonight. We're going to be asking the question: is intimacy an important part of your relationship? Fuller, are your kind of topic them here now? We'll talk about it tonight. Let me just go ahead and be nice and drop the link. So as Tasha rightfully says, hello ladies. The link is now dropped. You can jump in, jump up. I'll bring you into the house and we can have a conversation. Hey there. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about the thing tonight. We'll talk about things then because you see, a lot of people shy away from this conversation. They don't want to talk about this. A lot of people are afraid of this kind of communication. But guess what the thing about it? Over here at Jay says we're not afraid to talk about them thing here. We really talk up them thing here so we can educate other people too. Because I know me alone are there the live, you know. Everybody who is in the comment section here are part of the live as well. And people who even rewatch this live, big up yourself. If you're gonna be rewatching this live, yeah, salute you. So I'm giving you a future salute. So when you're rewatching this video, you can say, hey, I just got a shout out. So the person who's watching this video and it's a rewatch, big up yourself. Jay's in a good mood tonight. Can you tell? We're going to talk about intimacy in relationships tonight. Link is dropped. About to pin that link as well. And we're going to hold our conversation. Yes. Fuller attitude says she's ready for it. Then Fuller, if you're ready for it, then come up now. Look at talk. Is intimacy a valuable part of your relationship? Fuller, me don't see you come up yet. JB, I want to hear from you tonight as well. I want to hear from you. Feel like we can't sing again. I want to take place. All right, Tasha says in the comment section, intimacy is about knowing your partner fully, what they like, what they dislike. I kind of like that, Tasha. Sounds spicy. There are a lot of things that you can like and not like, you know. But we're talking about it tonight. Guess what? Tasha hit the nail upon the head. Intimacy, the core value of intimacy is knowing what your partner like and what the partner don't like. But not allow you, no. No, not allow you. So as I say, intimacy is all about what you know, what you like about your partner, what you don't like about your partner, knowing what your partner likes and knowing what they don't like, and not just that, but actually stroking the ego of the things that make your partner tick. Hi TTs, where are my daughters here? Hey T's, what's up? All right, JB says, I believe emotional intimacy needs to happen before physical intimacy, right? Deso. I couldn't say it better than that, JB. Reason being, if I'm attracted to you mentally, well, I know everybody really depend them seeing plateau there, JB, but let's touch it a little bit. If my mind is attracted to you, then automatically everything else becomes attracted to you. Show you why. For me, I'm what people would consider as a sapiosexual. I get attracted to the opposite sex based on intellect, based on how smart you are, based on the narrative of our conversation. It's a huge, huge, huge attraction for me. So when you're able to stimulate my mind, when you can talk to me a whole a reasoning and a conversation, and you can bring me through the highways and the byways and paint a picture in my head, trouble today, because I will actually start feeling. In other words, my feelings are connected to my thought process. I have to like you in my head first before I actually like you outside of that. Some men are not like that. Anybody wearing a one skirt, them just get all excited and it's all fun and wonderful. Not Jay. Me and you have to have conversation and we reason one with another. And continuous reasoning, I mean, like your style and everything. I mean, look at it and when we can reason and I can call you up and I don't have to say, hey, what I didn't mean was, because I don't like that something there. Hey, what I meant was, I like if you explain myself after we done reason. It coming like say you never get it in the first place. All right. JB, let me go back to what JB says. I believe in emotional intimacy. It needs to happen before physical intimacy, though. Yeah, right. That's all. All right, being thoughtful. Fuller says that's a nice thing that is important in a relationship. Now go through. Nah, nah go up though. No, yeah, man, I understand that, JB. That's cool. Mind stimulation is imperative. Fuller. If you can stimulate somebody's mind, you're on the money. You're bingo. You're right, that's all. Yeah, man. All right, watch out now, Fuller. Fuller said, rub the boy head. Sure. And that is the physical part now, Fuller, because guess what? A lot of people don't understand also that the physical is also, that the emotional is connected with the physical in some ways or another. Now, a lot of females, a lot of persons believe that men are not also emotional beings. And I will be the first to let them know that just as much as a woman loves the whole idea of emotion, men are also like that. Tell me the nice things. Surprise me with a nice gift. Do something nice for me. Take me out. Take me out if you have to take me out. Surprise me. Do the things that I would have always been doing. And you're not frightened to see a man how much he shows appreciation for these things. Yeah, guys, excuse me for a second. Parenting is also a very important part. So, ladies, the good thing about it is this: my partner understands that I'm a father, and she also understands the importance of grooming and growing a child. So, in between the punches, you will have this kind of thing where the child craves it. Wait, no. Where the child craves the attention, and you have to give the attention in some way or another. Right? So if you don't get that, they will fight you for your attention. Anyways, but Karina, guys, give me a second. I'll give him vitamins. He wants vitamins. So, parenting is also an important part of intimacy and relationships. Because guess what now? Let us just use this scenario. You get in now. You're in the relationship. You're on the money. You and the person get married now. You're at home, and all of a sudden now you hear something like that. Ready to get all mushy and wonderful, and the music turns down and the voice changes. Let's get it on. It's playing on the radio. Let's get it on. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Daddy, I want gummy bears." I want to deal with that. How do you find time in your relationship for intimacy? How important is it? How you go about it? You know, talk to me. Give me some feedback in the comment section. And if you are brave enough to be a part of this conversation, the link is already dropped in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys tonight. Jay always at the loop at chatting. No, come talk to me. Let's reason one with another. All right, Fuller says it perfectly. Fuller says you need to be your spouse's friend. Right, so you see, if you can't be your best friend with your spouse, you have a problem. She have to be your best friend, or he has to be your best friend. The go-to person when you can't go nowhere else. When you need to have a conversation, a person that you're a conversationalist or your conversation specialist. And let me tell you, sometimes the best conversation that you will ever have in regards to your spouse is your spouse just shutting up and make you just vent. Not taking anything personally, but just not speaking and just allow you to get it off of your chest. I want everyone to understand what I say. I want the best conversation that some of the times. But that's a valuable part of intimacy. Intimacy, from my perspective, is not Go ahead now. Intimacy is not so much about sex. Yes, that word. Because guess what now? I believe that it's just a byproduct of intimacy. Yeah, sex is just a byproduct of intimacy. What do I mean? When you have good intimacy in your relationship, right? Thriving intimacy in your relationship. Intimacy on the level of understanding on all levels. The sex becomes greater. It better. Because both of you are, what would we say, compatible. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, I always used to hear people say, "Oh, you must have communication in relationships. No relationship can survive without communication." But I one thing more I'm telling you, your relationship can survive, but you're gonna have a problem if you only communicate, because communication by itself does not work. You have communication over here on the left, and you have comprehension over here on the right. Comprehension and communication. I can look in the comment section and I say, "Wow, go on, full up." If Fuller don't answer me, if Fuller don't answer me, then that's communication. As I was saying, now intimacy. If you understand the person, on a level, and you say, "Hey, Fuller, walk on," and Fuller don't answer me, that's communication. I just spoke to her. But if I explain something to her in such a manner where I garner a response, big up yourself, Ricky. I see you. Bless up, bro. And I garner a response, and she fully understands what I'm saying, and I can be able to paint a certain picture in her mind, then comprehension would have taken place. Now, what take place is that communication take place, comprehension take place. Wonderful intimacy, right? So, and I'm just using that as an example, right? Because intimacy, as well, is not necessarily between you and your spouse. Ooh, hit a nail on the head right there. Because some people believe, say, you can only have an intimate conversation with your spouse. Intimate goes right across the board, but there are levels to intimacy. Oh, Jay talk about tonight. What is Jay talking about? Different levels of intimacy? Let me explain. Have you ever had a friend and you're not saying nothing, but your friend understand the whole situation? Your friend know when something wrong just by the friend just being there, but them know say something wrong and there is no exchange of words. That is somebody who actually has an intimate relationship, an intimate bond with you. But if you take it to another level, and that friend becomes physical, then that is now physical intimacy. Uh-oh. What we're talking about tonight. Physical intimacy. And then, all right, so now you cross the line. So you have to check yourself right there. So do I stay friends, or do I take this to a different level? Do we make this into something else? Welcome, Tasha G. I see you in the house. Tasha G. Yeah, guys. Tasha G. Wonderful YouTuber as well. Solid. Big up, Tasha G. I appreciate you being here. Ricky as well. Tasha Timely Thoughts is in the house. Full of attitude there as well. Ricky Life there. We're talking tonight. We're reasoning one with another. We're talking about the value of intimacy in your relationship. Take it away, guys. Comment section. Let's hear from you. I see two people coming a while ago. Ricky and Tasha G. Let's hear your perspective on the importance of intimacy in your relationship. Tonight, we're going to be giving tips. We're going to be dropping ideas. We're going to be talking. We're going to be reasoning one with another. And remember also, the link is in the comment section. If you want to be a part of the talk and you want to share your voice, come on up. You have permission to be here. Encourage me. Walk on. Blessings to all the persons who are passing through. Remember, like up the live as soon as you enter. We're talking big people talk tonight. So all the persons who are conversation sensitive and don't want to talk about mature things, you can feel free to check us on Sunday. We'll probably talk about a less intimate conversation. But tonight we're going to be talking about grown-up stuff. It's not about the sex. We are talking about grown up stuff. Okay? Okay? Grown up stuff. Intimacy. Tasha, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
There. We're there. Run it off. And I talk to the people about intimacy tonight. So, I see you dropping one and two little nuggets in the comment section, Tasha. But we are happy to have you upstairs so you can actively be a part of the conversation. So, the question, as we asked earlier, is what is your perspective, or how do you feel, or is intimacy an important part of your relationship? And from your perspective, Tasha, your partner is thousands of miles away from you. How that work? Explain. Teach somebody tonight, Tasha, because you might have other persons in the comment section who are dealing with long distance relationships as well. So we're going to be looking at it from your perspective as well. Having a partner living in another country, how do you deal with intimacy? Is it important in your relationship? Let's go. What say you?
Um, so so I wanted to hit something that Fuller set up here. So Fuller said respect is a part of intimacy as well. I wanna start right there. Good night, everyone. Good night, encourage me. Good night, Tasha G, Ricky, and encourage me. We just coming from the same place. So blessings to you. Both blessings to the chat, Fuller and JB. I see TT up there earlier. Blessings to everybody. Um, so respect is an important part of, I believe, a relationship, in any relationship. But most importantly, I think it's a part of your relationship that you know is a big part of intimacy. And I say that because um you don't have to be turned on by physical things, but you can be turned on, or you can be so much more drawn to your partner when there is a level of respect in your relationship, where you guys can talk together or have decent conversations without a fuss. Having that level of respect where your thoughts are heard, your emotions are felt. And then most importantly, giving each other, if there's a moment that the person needs, having that respect for them. You can give that person a moment for just thaw, or have a moment to themselves, if them just want to read a book, or if them just not feel like being on the phone right now. Right, you can respect their individuality in the relationship, where you can say, okay, I understand right now you just don't want to be on the phone, which is fine, call me back later or whatever. um Being in a long distance relationship, intimacy is really important, because you're not with that person all the time, and you're not able to see that person on a everyday basis, or whatever the case is. But intimacy is in other ways. As far as long distance relationship, personally for me, intimacy in my relationship is us watching a movie together. Like, I said, babe, all right, we're gonna watch this movie. We're gonna have movie night.
Yeah,
We're gonna watch
explain that.
this
How does that work,
movie.
Tasha? Watching a movie together and
We're
you're
gonna
in two
watch.
different countries? Explain that.
We're gonna have movie night, and we're gonna watch a movie. So we can say, okay, we want to watch this specific movie together, and we find it whatever platform the movie is on, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Netflix, whatever. And we set a time and say, okay, we'll have a date this and this time, right? We're gonna watch this movie together tonight or whatever. We also, in my relationship, we work out together. So we have a time. We set a time, because nuptials are upcoming. So we're trying to get into shape together, right? But we're in two different countries. So how do you do that? So we both have the app. So what we do is we set a time. Okay, we have a day at 6:30, between 6:30 and 7 o'clock today, where every day we're gonna work out, right? So we when we get home from work, we situate the time, we get together, whatever we are do, we stop what we are do, and we come together and we work out together, right? We dip on video call and we work out together and I chat like idiots, right? So that to me is intimacy. That to me is getting to know the person, even more, and bonding with that person even more. You understand? Because you're not living with the person, so you really don't know if the person like when, like, maybe the person don't like when you work out in a socks, or them don't like when you work out barefoot,
Yeah,
or like when they work out in a them in a one shorts or whatever. You understand? You just don't know what a person's preference is. But at the end of the day, this is the person that you choose to spend your life with, and you have to get to know the person. You understand?
right,
And that's a part of the intimacy thing. It's not even about, it's not it have physical intimacy is the least for me personally. It's the least. It's the icing on the cake, but it's still the least. You understand?
right.
Because if you don't know the person emotionally and spiritually and mentally, then that cannot
It
transpire
fade
over to
out.
the physical, because once you start get physical, you can't feel nothing because you don't have that emotional connection with the person.
Right.
So I feel like intimacy, like JB had said earlier, it start with the mental and the emotional, getting to get inside that person head, get inside that person mental, and let that person love your mind, let that person love your emotions, like get to know you like that, in that way, get to know you spiritually. My husband to be told me that he fell in love with my worship before he fell in love with me. And it was so weird because I was like, you fell in love with my worship first? He's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't look. He said, I didn't look and saw that you have a big butt. I just knew that I love your worship. I said, okay. And I laughed, and I said, because I mean, because I have a nice physique, right? And my I that protrudes a lot. So he was like, no, he said, I saw that. He said, I saw that second, but I saw your worship. I saw who you were when you were worshiping God, and that was a turn on for me. That really,
Mm.
like, one that made me want to get to know you. So it's a lot of things that we can classify as intimacy, and it's different ranges of intimacy. Otis, I see you. I see you, son. What's
Welcome,
going
Otis. Welcome, my son.
on? And so, it is not always about the physical. When I think if you're all about the physical, you're shallow, and you really don't want your relationship to grow and go anywhere.
But you see, funny enough, though, Tasha, relationships burn out, and these are one of the things. These things are one of the things that cause burnout in a relationship because physical. So now you've broken the barrier of getting in, and when I say get in, you know what I'm talking about. And you've explored all that you can explore. There's nothing more exciting there. You've seen all the cards. I don't know if you understand. But when you and somebody are connected from the heart, and the relationship is exciting because of the level of intimacy you exercise in the relationship. When you don't see the person, you miss the person. And when you if you are blessed enough to get married and you start doing the big people stuff, then this is what happens. Even when you are away from the person, sometimes you have to help yourself to the bathroom, ladies. You know what I'm talking about, because just the memory of the person just excites you all over again. Yes. So it simply means that the person is connected to your thoughts. You want to know if them eat. You want to know if them tired. You want to know if them hungry. You want to know everything about the person throughout the person's day, because the person becomes a part of your thought process, your concern, because there's a level of intimacy, and not just
Absolutely.
physical intimacy that can burn out, but you're connected by the heart. Go ahead, Tasha.
Yeah. And then
We
also
teaching
to
tonight.
also
We
to
teaching tonight.
also to when you think about intimacy, like just like you said, finding out if that person eats, find out if them good, find out. So oh, like sometimes when you're in a relationship, you ask about the person there, but sometimes half the time someone will not even listen, but you listen to what the person have to say. Okay, you ask them how's them there. Sometimes people really stressed out and people really have a bad day and them really just want to express and be able to let out their emotions, vent. So that's a part of it too. Let the person vent. Listening. Oh my God, so listening is very intimate. Listening to a person, like actually listening, like don't talk, but listen to the person, make everything sink in and soak in, and then you can respond to what they say, with the right answer, because you
So,
actually listen to them.
Tasha, to just stick up in right there. I said something to you a few weeks ago. We had a conversation, and I said to you one of the some of the best advice that I ever gave you when you needed advice from me was to shut up and allow you to come to a consensus by yourself. Just allow you to just talk and talk and talk until you find the answer yourself. You remember that something there? And guys, truth be told, that is it right there. So sometimes you have to just make your partner just talk and talk and express themselves until they come to a consensus. They won't figure it out. They will get the answer. But your job is not to be judgmental in the conversation, or you understand? Your job is just to shut up and listen. As Tasha rightfully said, it's one of the most intimate things you could ever have in the relationship, and that is called listening. Yeah, because when you listen, you hear beyond what the person is actually saying. Because I can tell you that, oh, I'm okay. I'm a good man. I'm okay. But if you don't really know me and if you're not connected to me emotionally, you won't know whether or not I am okay for real. Hey Michael, what's up, bro? Because
Michael.
me can always tell you say me okay, I'm not okay. I mean that.
Yeah, and that's true. Like you have to know the person, and just I think also too, like maybe we have something to say now, but we forget it. Hey Michael, thanks for tuning in our work. um what is it? What?
Thank you, bro.
Look. Oh, it can wash. So
Tasha
sorry
talking to
guys.
herself. Guys.
No, I'm talking to TT. So so hey Otis, welcome on this up top, bro. Son, that's
Yeah, what's up?
our YT son.
Right.
I didn't know I have a son so big, but
Of
trust
course,
me,
20 years old, grown
he's not
folk.
he's our spiritual son, guys. Like he is absolutely amazing. Um so it's all about just being, I think, being, and then being conscious too. All right, so when I say be conscious, I mean be conscious about your relationship, be conscious about the person that you're dating or the person that you're married to, right? Like sometimes we're in a relationship so long with the person that like we feel like so them can't change. So like because everybody change in a season of their life. Everybody go through a change, right? But
Right.
sometimes when we're in a relationship so long, we feel like say, oh, when we start see there's a difference in the person, we start feel like the person I get brand new because oh, you just a change for me. So look how long we know you, 20 years we're married, and then all of a sudden you just want get up and go start travel and do them things and do this and do that. But you also have to be conscious that people change, people grow up, people want what at a certain point people are gonna want different things. Yes, you're married to the person and you're in this relationship with the person, but at some point they're gonna want different things, and you have to be conscious of that and you have to be aware of that so that you're able to say, okay, I'm gonna see this shipping on my wife, or I'm gonna see this shipping on my husband, and may I wonder about it, right? And then
Yeah.
and it takes a conversation. It takes a conversation to just have a conversation with them to find out what is going on in their head, what going on in their mind, what you think no, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, the city's change in you. What is going on, right? Some people don't see it that way, and some people don't even take it to that level where they even want to talk. They just say, "Oh, Jay a change, Michael a change. So Michael a change, and me not understand this change. So me not think we're supposed to be together no more, and then divorce come about or whatever. But if you love this person, you and this person, they're together for 20 years, right? You should be at that level with that person where you can spot the change, be conscious of it, and then have a conversation. Talk to the talk. Communication. Another thing, communication is one of the biggest things about, like, having effective communication is a big part of intimacy. Like having
Right. Because you remember what I said a while
communication
ago? Communication and comprehension go hand in hand.
effective. Yeah. And so you have to be able to have that conversation with the person and say, okay, me see this change, what's going on? And then don't be mad about it either. You just full of say you have to be observant. Yeah, be observant, be
Yeah,
conscious,
true.
be conscious, be conscious in a relationship. Don't be dead. Like some people in a relationship and them literally just dead in a relationship. Them don't conscious about nothing we are going.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
your wife or your husband could have cheated and you don't even know because you're just not there. You don't consciously, like, you not operate like
Yeah.
consciously in the relationship. You're just far gone. You just feel like, oh, I'm married, I'm there with this person, we did together a long time. So it's like a operation.
Yeah.
You just
You win the ring already, so
daily.
you're not really working.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
okay,
You
I have
earn the
to
ring
get
already, so you don't have to
married. I'm
work
not
on the
gonna try no
relationship.
more. Exactly. You just stop working on the relationship. You stop do what you're supposed to do. You stop trying to make the person happy. You stop do the little things that you used to do. So it's like you kind of depend on autopilot and you just drive.
Yeah.
You drive. You're not even a look and see your scenery around you. You just drive and look straight ahead.
Me say Tasha, in the beginning you used to wear lingerie to bed. No, you wear the long t-shirt, them with tear up, and the granny underwear and the big old setters them in the hair. The man
All
never
right,
used
let
to
me say something.
another
Let me say
person never
something and just make bad mind. Um, right
another
now,
person
right now, the way I see it, relationship is like a vehicle. If you don't maintain it, it's gonna stop work. All right.
My God. See that now?
right there, sir.
If you don't maintain it, it's gonna break down.
So run on, yes.
It's gonna break down.
You
It's
start
gonna
hear
break
someone
down.
rattling sound. You start hear some rattling sound
Yes.
so speak. That's
You can
true.
hear some.
That's my son right there. That's my boy right there. That's my son. I'm proud
You
of
can
you,
hear
son.
some. You can hear some. You can hear some rattling noise. You can hear some. You can hear some bumps when you drive. Some pothole you go drop in. All of them
Right.
somebody. So it's true. That just summarized the whole thing.
Exactly.
If you
Jaden,
don't maintain it,
if
if
you
you
don't maintain it,
don't
it will
maintain
mash
it,
up, man.
it's just gonna mash up.
It'll break down.
It's gonna break
Jaden West.
down.
Jaden West. Welcome, welcome,
Michael, I
welcome.
was surprised about.
Michael, I
Say,
did with last
what
in
is
my comment
what is
section.
cancer?
Hey, but Tasha, there's another component to that too, where you kinda maybe I wait to hear you set it up so that me could have did just spike it.
What?
But when you have the partner for years and you're in that relationship and then complacency kicks in, as you
Mm-hmm.
rightfully said, and then you see the person start manifesting different attitudes, not negative attitudes, just a different behavioral pattern. And now
Mm-hmm.
you are in a relationship and you start asking questions. where was this person all along? How is it that
Mm-hmm.
you're like this? And you start questioning all of them things there. As Tasha said, paying attention is important. Being observant is important, like what Fuller said. But what if in the relationship all along I was doing the things to make you feel happy, to make my partner feel comfortable, to make sure that you are feeling okay in the relationship, but the partner never really check in and find out where you feel comfortable with and what excites you. So maybe in the back of your mind you did always want to do rock climbing, and your partner never know nothing about that because your partner is not the type of person who asks. They're not a conversationalist. They're not checking in. They're not observant. So they didn't know that you liked rock climbing. They didn't know that you enjoyed a particular kind of music. They didn't even know that you had certain likings in the bedroom. They don't know none of that because it's always about them. You see where I'm going with that? So,
No man, the only time then go start question it when somebody fix that broke down machine here and start using it.
yo, what, yo, when somebody else see
Yo,
the value of the broken down car,
Quentin,
hmm
hey,
that's my
listen.
son right
When,
there.
when
When
somebody
you hear
when
that,
somebody
guys?
see the value of the value of that car and start maintaining it.
All right, see
You
Fuller touch it there.
understand?
Fuller put it in a context right there. So Fuller says too busy and not being appreciative.
Appre-
Fuller,
Yeah.
I eat that, I eat that right there, so Fuller, because there are a lot of the times when we don't realize that our presence in the relationship is valuable more than a phone call. Fuller, if me in a relationship, Fuller, me no know about nobody else. But Tasha lives in a different country. For all the persons who don't know, yeah man, Tasha lives in a different country. And anytime me hear say Tasha come to Jamaica, my skin catch a fire. Not because of anything out of the way, but because I'm getting to share my physical space with the person who I care about. I wonder if you know where me I go with that. Me I share my physical space so I get to see her. You understand what I mean? So that right there, so intimacy, we sit down and we reason and we hold a conversation and we laugh like we're idiot and carry on in a full space. But when when you're selfish in the relationship, as Fuller said, it's all about you, me, what I want. You don't lend yourself to discovering your partner because you would rather for your partner to become who you want to create them into. And you spend so many years, 10 years on the road, and you still don't know your partner. You don't know who they are. You, I'll give you an example. My previous relationship, right? My marriage, because I was married before, for all the persons who know. And I'm a singer. I'm a recording artist. I'm not tell enough people that, but I am also a recording artist. Some people are starting to discover that. I've not done the music in a long time, but I'm a music business this me talk about. No. And my partner for the love of Jesus, who me did married to, had a problem with me going and doing live performances. That makes sense to you? Whenever me have a show, it was an issue. Because me I leave my family, go. What show that it's like bleach out a night time and whatever. And it was just weird to me because that's what I loved. So the relationship right there so wasn't about my passions, but only hers. And that's an imbalance right there. Anytime we have imbalance in our relationship like that, it's time to go. It no balance. The person must complement the things about you that make you you. You understand? And if that person can actually complement these things, then that's one of the most heightened levels of intimacy. Because what? They will be excited about the things that excite you. I don't know if nobody else want to pick up from that.
But in that case, that's a bit selfish, isn't it? Because she's only caring
Yeah, man,
about
you're
her own
selfish.
feelings and not what other people feel, not what her partner feels, isn't it? So it's just like
Otis, for one whole year, Otis only three performance performing the whole year. Three
isn't it? It's
performance.
just like a person chasing his goal, isn't it? But because of other negative, and other negative thoughts and all of that, you see me, you ended up turning your back against even your own dream. You get what I say? Them things they don't work in a relationship. You see me? If you
That's
have
right.
all right, for example, let me tell you, the only way that can really happen is if you come up with something better. You see me? Where it can make a lot of much more funds and stuff like that the easier way. Let me not say the easier way, because people sometimes think about that as scamming and all of them stuff. But you can make a lot more money than being a recording artist. You see me? For example, you can get an easier way for going a doctoring and all of that. You get what I say? That's the only way it would have really worked. You see me? But to tell a person say, yo, you can't do this because you yourself don't like it. No, that's selfish. You see me?
All right. Yep. Let me tell you something even more selfish than that. Whenever I used to, sometimes you're singing Otis, so you know that sometimes you will be there and one song just break out and you just start singing. Mute a little bit the Otis, because me can't
Mm-hmm.
hear myself. Mute a little bit.
Oh, hold on. Jesus Christ.
All right, let me help you. Me so unmute you. All right. So sometimes you did my experience now with her situation now, like Moda did, and you that did just break out in a music. You just start sing randomly. Her thought, her we call it correction to me now was that the only reason me I sing because I want people hear me. I show up myself to people so me can sing. No, to me it does dumb and stupid and weird, guys. It does because I had to be silencing my passions. So that's an unbalanced relationship. You can talk now what is. What is gone? Tasha?
Yeah, me dey go and get food. Sorry. I'm hungry when I eat yet.
No, but you understand what I said though, Tasha?
You have to have somebody that fuels your passion.
Yeah,
That's also a big part of intimacy too, like caring about the things that your partner cares about. um
yeah,
the same thing with me. Previous relationship, I couldn't sing in my relationship because that person, didn't was not a child of God, was not a Christian. So we were unequally yoked for one. So I was very, when church did open, I'm a very active part of my church. Compliments you. Thank you, Fuller. I'm still very active, but I was really active when, before COVID come. Church not keep no car COVID COVID out. But before that, that was my day. Go to work, go to church, because I'm one of the dance directors for my young people. So go to work, go to dance practice,
go over kid.
come home, go to work, Bible study, Tuesday night. So Monday dance, Tuesday night Bible study, Wednesday was dance again. Thursday night was prayer meeting, and then Friday now was youth service. So every day he would ask me, "So how was your day?" So I'm gonna start from the top, and then I tell him everything, like from the top, work, then church, then coming home and whatever. And him said to me one day him just said to me, "So him say, why you always tell me about church?" I'm gonna say, "You ask me about my day. I mean, I tell you about my day. My day have church night. So if you ask about my day and my day have church night, then oh, me not fi tell you about church." Him say him no want hear nothing more about church. I'm gonna say, "Oh, it's like that." I'm gonna say, "Okay, no." So then he started that my spirit started to be silenced. So I couldn't talk about church. Then he brought a conversation to me, and I think it was just the devil was just doing this. But when these things start happening, then you know that that's not the person for you. And I remember one day he said to me, "Oh, I think I'm gonna be Muslim." I said, "Oh, okay." So I said, "So how would that work? I'm a Christian, you're a Muslim, and so you expect me to change my religion for you if we get married, right?" And him say, "Well, I mean, that's how it's supposed to work." I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, I guess we're not getting married because I'm not going nowhere. I'm not changing my religion for you. I that's not my belief. I'm I don't I don't bash anybody for their different religions, right? Understand me. But you see, if you say you are for Jesus, you have to stand up for Jesus. If you say you are for something, you have to stand up for something. So, long story short, we're we separated, and he's well off with who he's with right now, and I am well off with who I'm with right now.
Yeah,
And
because
he's
find perfect, then find
he's
them perfect
still,
match.
and then find him, yeah. And he's still a Christian, because the girl, and we're still friends, we're still good friends, to the point he invited me to his wedding because he's getting married, and he just had a little baby girl. And so we're still good friends, but sometimes you are not supposed to be with that person, and you just have to accept that. You understand? Read the signs, and just see it, and just accept it, and just move on. Yeah, it's gonna be hard or whatever, but just move on. That's also a part of understanding intimacy, because you and this person, like, first you don't. You can't express yourself the way you want to express yourself in the relationship, because everything you do is a shutdown. Men I like when I do this. It's just with Jay just say, why you always a sing. That's what's in him. If you want to sing. You understand? So I it's a lot.
All of us are here, Natasha. That was just a mouthful for us to absorb, because I'm certain there are other persons in the comment section who have had this experience. Like, after a while, the whole burden of the relationship start weighing you down, because you're trying now to become somebody who you are not. And if you're not careful in that relationship, you end up don't even remember who you were in the first place. You don't do the things that you used to like. Say, for instance, you're somebody who enjoy a good round of football, and then all of a sudden this person is coming to you and telling you how much they don't like football, and they don't this and they don't that. What are you gonna do at that point in time? Are you gonna stop liking football because the person don't like football? Are you gonna, stop watching your games? How are you gonna deal with that? You know what I mean? If not saying that the partner that you have must be all over the things that you like. Nobody not really said that. But truth be told, the person must at least value the little things about you that you enjoy. You know what I mean? Hello?
But tell us, send me a look more food. Sorry. I yeah, no, true. I understand, and that's the thing, because me not gonna sit here and tell us I like football because I don't like football, but me not gonna stop you from watch football. And if you go to do and play football, that don't mean I'm not gonna come pass the ball and kick the ball with you, but it's just not my sport. All right, I'm gonna look more food.
Exactly. And that not people need to understand. Not people need to understand that something. The, even if you're not like this, something what the person do, support them. Even if it's not your thing, support them. All when you not understand, oh babe, kick the ball in the two little sticks. Make me laugh about it and make we laugh about it, and be good together. Because the next time I see you come on the match with me and you follow me go on match, I'm gonna say, babe, it's called a goal here. So the next time when you want to celebrate, just say goal, okay? I'm gonna whisper it to you because I'm not gonna make you shame. You understand? So the next time you see me kick the ball in there, you say goal, and everybody celebrate and cheer with you. But at least, yes, you don't like the game, you don't like the sport, but you like the person who is playing the sport. You love the person who is playing that sport. So you support that person. That's intimacy right there. Being supportive is one of the highest forms of intimacy. And some people need to understand that. When you're supportive of the things that your partner likes, it's a high level of intimacy. Yeah, because you are able to connect on a higher level of understanding. Ricky says intimacy is a must. Intimacy in my relationship is a must, right? That's a Ricky. It has to be. Fuller in the building. Wagon Blue Rose International, big boss. Fuller, you there?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are here. Oh, let me before you start sharing knowledge, Fuller. Let us drop a public service announcement for my moderators. Please be active moderators. We had a little uninvited guest a while ago, and all moderators were still on standby. Me still have to get rid of the guests on my own. Moderators, stay sharp, because once them pop into your life, it's all about that thing. Me never call it name so that them start spam my chat again. You know me at all.
No, I'm not take ownership serious.
So moderators, please stay sharp.
Sound like Meta.
Fuller, your time.
Welcome, what's going on? Oh my God, hi guys. Think of myself. Oh God, on you.
Walk
on good. Walk on Jason.
Medea.
Yes, people.
You know, say you can't go nobody else live on Thursday night time, right?
My glad say up here, me can't eat food. Me hungry.
Go and go eat, girl. But I'll be a back, girl. Back well, bro.
Well, you know you can't go on nobody else live at Thursday night time, right? You know, say you're hostess.
All right,
no, for real. You're hostess.
Yes. Okay, we could talk about the intimacy thing now.
Ray.
Yeah, hold on. Children alert. Yes.
Children alert.
Hold on, Emma. Give me 2.5 seconds, okay?
Same thing we just said earlier, guys. No problem.
All right, let me take about intimacy, guys.
When you want to talk intimacy something, and the children does puppy.
Yeah, the children, man. The children. We love the children, but the children, then, woo! All right, so the intimacy, guys. Intimacy in your relationship is very important, right? If you don't have intimacy, hold on, guys. Yes, Ava. Hi.
Hey, Ava. How
Jake,
you doing?
Somebody's making me an egg sandwich.
She making you an egg sandwich? Come say good night. Say good night, Jay.
Good night, Jay.
Good night, Ava.
Good night.
You know, say Ava will send you put up video, my love.
Yeah, so I see, but I love my cool people.
Girl, bye. Bye. We're going to talk about grown-up stuff. Bye, Ava. Yeah, so intimacy, guys. Whether you're in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, anniversary, even anniversary, fiance, fiancé, or whatever it is, intimacy is very important. Intimacy is not about the physical, right? Because, for instance, I am married, right? I am married, and my husband I live in the US and my husband lives in Jamaica, correct? So we're obviously not physical. So we have to find our niche, which is minus the physical right now. What else is there? Right? You have to make sure, say, you and the person is on intellectual level then. You have to make sure, say, one, because especially when you're long distance, you have to make sure you have to get everything what you got, especially if you're not physically where your mate is at.
Right.
So let's talk about, there's 4 types of intimacy. There is emotional, there is spiritual, there is physical, and there is, what the other one name?
Psychological.
No. So, remember, but it will come back.
What, the
So
emotional?
yes, emotional. Emotional, like women are naturally emotional creatures, correct? Men, well, some men are not. Some, but a majority of the men, they're not. So a lot of times, we're emotional about something, and the man, you're explaining something to your spouse, and the spouse might not see it as emotional as you do, because men are logical thinkers. So that's why it balances out. Women are emotional, men are logical. So when you find your person, it's an equal, because you can balance out your logical partner, and you can be that emotional, backup. And then for you, your mate is that logical thinker. Will kind of show you, say, okay, you're emotional, but look on this, right? Think about it this way. You understand me? Say so. It's a balance. And here Jesse was talking about, his previous relationship and stuff, and it kind of got my blood boiling, because first of all, and I'm gonna say this: if you're with a man that sings, right? Why you get with him for if you don't know, say you can't stand the singing, my love? Eh? If it bother you, why you do it? Why? You just put yourself in just a whole heap a porridge right now. You just boil up and stuff. You understand what I say? And then you have to understand that, people that do stuff like that, you have to look about that. You have to look on their self-esteem. Because let me tell you something, people can portray one thing, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty and you know them for yourself, you can't see that. Because obviously, without me knowing the individual based on what Jay is saying, me can't tell us that our self-esteem is just not up to par. There's insecurities. So why is there a problem, right? Why is there a problem when you have to go out and brand yourself? Because she's looking at going out to sing. What she just wants to say that also?
Maybe.
And then she says, I'm tired of you in here. What? No, you don't work some alone. No. You have to get your mind right. Relationship is not for everybody. Before you get in a relationship, work on yourself. And I am so big for that. And I tell that all the time. Whether it's emotionally, intellectually, physically, you have to work for yourself, my love, because if you don't have the intellect, you can't deal with another human being. If you can't be able to deal with yourself.
Welcome, Faith Connection. Welcome, Faith Connection. I'm not sure that we're connected, Faith Connection. If we're not connected, you can always find one of my shorter videos, and connect with me through that shorter video, and let's be friends. Thank you for being a part of the J Squad. Yes.
Yeah, I understand. So
for the love.
Wonderful. Before you even go any further, let me just say this and mute back my camera due to the fact that
mute the camera,
my background.
Mute him camera.
Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm gonna turn on the camera a minute now.
No, mute the camera.
No. Sorry, my bad. Is it due to the fact that my background is a bit noisy?
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this. A lot of people, even before the relationship begins, even before you say, I love you to the person, in getting to know that person, a lot of people say this and turn a blind eye to it.
Sure.
You see me? Because what? You're too sexually attracted to that person.
Sure.
You see me? So once you're sexually attracted to that person, nothing else no matter.
Right.
You get what I say?
Right.
I rest my case.
All right. So you know what?
Oh, well, you take it on.
Yeah, what is come with some facts? I know some have to back and forth.
A serious facts that too.
Yeah, because I know, say, even though I was not on camera, girl, I do a little research because I want to make sure, so when me I talk, so me I talk something with substance. Because I can't just talk for talking, my love.
Right, we're talking help.
We are talk for help, we have to help somebody. If I just want somebody to help a lot, right? So.
Right, that's all. That's what we're doing here, Angie says.
All right, so let's talk about emotional intimacy, right? Emotional intimacy means cultivating a sense of closeness relating to how you and your partner feel. For example, empathy, respect, and communication. Right? So if you don't respect your spouse, there's no intimacy. And let me tell you something about men. Men crave intimacy. Meaning, when I say crave intimacy, they crave respect. Yeah. When you respect your spouse, it's like them having a shield upon them. You understand? Empathy. A lot of people don't know what empathy means. Empathy, like men don't really show emotion. Not a lot of men. I'm not going to say men. Not a lot of men show emotions, but not because they don't show emotions, that doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. So if your husband come and say, babe, I had a crazy day at work, my day was just a mess, what you gonna do? Babe, come lay alongside of me now. Oh yeah, to come cook some. No, my love, you have to come and say, babe, you know what? Listen, you have to encourage him and say, babe, I know you had a not so good day. Do you wish to talk about it? If you say you don't want to talk about it, say, babe, you know what? Say, read a word of prayer with him, and make put God in the spirit and make God change how him feel, because you can't change how the man feel. You have to put God in the center of it, and here it goes to God being the center of your relationship, especially a marriage.
Fuller, stick up in. One song when we hear Beyonce have, and I love the song on so many levels. Ladies, if you don't listen to that song you're going to talk about, take a pen and a paper and take notes. The song named Cater to You. That song that one serious song. She talk about unbuttoning, she talk about buttoning up the man button up shirt.
Yeah.
She talk about taking off the man's shoes for him after him come home from work. Call them something there. And some women might say, oh, me not do that for no man, me not do that for the man. Brethren, do that for the man. Show appreciation, especially if it's a guy will actually take care of you.
And that mean I'll come with.
If it's a guy, will make sure you're comfortable, brethren. Show appreciation. Take off the shoes. Make sure the warm meal did that wait on the man. Reason with them. Hey babe, what you doing? What was your day? And when you tell them about your day, you actually actively listen and be a part of the conversation. I can't believe it. That really happened today. I'm making tell you.
They're not business about that, man. They're ready to tie them onto them.
Yeah. And that people don't understand is a form of submission. And here it goes, the people take submission out of context.
Yeah. So how you deal with the situation? I'm making tell you how you deal with this. I said, babe, so you could have deal with that differently.
I look better, drop a little knowledge on him.
Yeah, you could have deal with it differently, but that's a water underneath the bridge. Tomorrow is another day. Nobody stress yourself about that. You're home now. Make home be the man's safe place. Let it be that place where he comes to escape everything we're going out the road. But when he comes home, it's a buckle zone again. Me tell you, I said it for remember the grocery. I'm tell you, say it for carry out the garbage. I'm tell you, one buckle in the man, just take up him keys. If you have a car and him out ton. And he might go one bar or somewhere if you go sit down to get a little peace of mind. And then now comes Mrs. Wrong. And then there's a bigger problem where you have to deal with. Because one thing about Mrs. Wrong, as Otis alluded to earlier, Mrs. Wrong will sit there patiently and listen comfortably and wait until the right opportunity to make her move.
And then some of the woman them, and we talk free, Some of us chat too much and don't listen. Where's the Jay?
We talk facts tonight.
Yeah. Some of we women we chat too much and don't listen. Right? And you're supposed to be able, in a relationship, you're supposed to be able to listen to the man, and the man is supposed to be able to listen to you.
This to you.
Hold on, let me tell you something. What always affects a relationship the most, it's not that. All right, let me rephrase. What always affects relationship, you're gonna realize that yo, it's like a debating competition and a partnership. You see me? I said this before. It takes two to make a decision and one to make a choice. Because
Come
when
on
you
now.
come up with an idea, you see me? It takes two to come in agreement with it. You get what I say? But then in relationships nowadays, you realize say, yo, if you come up with something, she had to be against it. If she come up with something, you had to be against it. So nobody now come in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You see me?
Yeah.
So whether
She'll tell you
long
all the
distance
smart things are
or
wrong.
the both of you are together physically, it not gonna work because it's always a debating competition.
Yeah. Yes, it's true, Otis. And as Fuller rightfully said, sometimes it's just a mirror effect of their personality or how they really feel about everything. So if they are negative inside, there's no way, Otis, you can get a positive reaction out of them. They might because they have feelings, so they might go along with it, of course. But they might say, boy, this our nice idea, this but boy, this look good but you see where I'm going with that? It is never, wow, babe, you did good. And left the conversation right there. So it's always something, but and everybody who knows English language knows that once you hear but in a sentence as a conjunction, the next thing that comes after it is a negative.
Facts.
But so how about as Fuller say, complimenting your partner? Celebrating. Hey, I'm telling you something, early in my relationship, I got a word about celebrating the small stuff. You have to learn to celebrate the small stuff. Fuller, him get a little $10 on him pay, celebrate it. Him boss give him a good job today and give him a high five and then come home come tell you, hey babe, I had such a great day today. You see? Why the boss give me one high five there because him think say are the right way me deal with the thing. Celebrate with him, make a big deal out of it. Make a big deal. Say babe, that means I'm gonna go cook something special then, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, go on with this
Nice.
style.
Right now, based on what me see theater about the old time relationship, not in this modern day.
No,
Here,
brother. Well, you see, that is the
No.
reason why. But you see, Otis, that
no,
is the
because
reason why the old time
look,
relationship then lasts
look,
60 and 70 years.
95% of the time, 95% of the time, when you tell somebody that, them go say, yo, me not do that because guess what? That is not my duty. You see me? You give somebody else your duty. You see me? And when it comes to the end, now, you gotta realize that yo, you never do nothing in the relationship. You never do nothing to benefit the relationship. You never do anything at all to grow the relationship. You get what I say? Because all the time you've been placing your work, your duty on your partner. Is me. So that when that work gets too overload now, you gotta pack up and leave. You get what I say? Because guess what? A female can bear so much but no more. Isn't me?
All right. But me get a perfect example of that right there. So, and Tasha's still there, so she can tell you. A lot of the times, Otis, Tasha, whenever she have a stressful day at work or anything at all, me always ask her about her day at work. Always. And you know what the thing about it, Otis? Not for the time when she tell me something, I don't understand a thing about what she talk about. But I'm like, yeah, man, say that.
You're listening, though, the most important.
And I'd be a part of the conversation. And if it's something that I can lend my opinion, me lend my opinion. Because me actually have an interest to find out where she at but I can tell you this, Otis, because since the period of time that Tasha and I have been in a relationship, we have brushed 4 years now. And since Tasha and I have been in a relationship, she has changed at least 2 different jobs, or 3, I think. but for better. And the job we she did have when we just meet, and the job after that, I was here in Jamaica, Otis, and if I left Jamaica tomorrow morning and went up there where she was to do the job that she was doing, I could have done it. Why? Know every detail about how it run. Because me ask. And we reason. And more she there work and me say, babe, me hear the so-and-so machine, like, oh, that's me hear the machine a beep. And she said, oh, geez, so. And she go and look on it. Because it come like me physically dead fuller. Can me understand the system and how the thing work based on how close we are. I'm a hope my principal, I'm a teacher, guys, and I hope my principal or nobody from my school is watching. A lot of the times when I'm at work, Tasha in my ears and my earbuds. So she actually hear all me work as well.
Hey, let me tell you something. My husband can tell you exactly. So, when me talk to my client, them, he can mimic me so good. It's not even funny.
You know, say a lot of times, allowing your partner to vent to you allows that relationship to grow so much that you don't even realize.
Then, brother, if she have an outlet where she can actually share how she feel, if she have an outlet where she can express herself without criticism and judgment, then you know things that she have always love figure there. So that's the level of support that you need to have for your partner. Make the person feel safe to come tell you what go on at work. And make the first person feel safe to come tell you how she feel emotionally. Full of attitude, give me attitude today, and I feel hurt about it.
Like a problem at work.
Yeah. And I would say, Fulla, my mother said to her, Tasha, I make Fulla give you no problem, man. Fulla have the right to an opinion, you know, but Fulla opinion is just an opinion. It not have to hurt your feelings, you know. And a matter of fact, me know still say you go still feel away because you're a human being. But know yourself, you have a husband at home who really love you and care. You have a family at home who love and care. So whenever you want to talk to anybody, you know you can talk to me. Hey, that's what a woman is right there, so because
right, my head just get big on boss. Right.
No, that means that she knows that she have somewhere safe where she can go and let off steam.
I mean, money, you have to show ownership, brother. Yeah, for
She can let off her steam. And that's a rule of thumb for you gentlemen who are out there who might be watching and watching this live after or even now. Let me tell you something. You see, if you be that tower of strength for your lady, if you be that support system for your lady where she can actually have the outlet there, rest assured, brother, you're going to enjoy your night. How many you're full of answer?
You know, say, me tell you the truth. Me have to some food. Me have to me have some food. No,
yeah.
And Tasha over here, I read the comment Tasha about she I eat. Me ignorant care.
Because the thing about it is this, women are responsive to that level of affection. If you are there and she have you as her safety blanket, brother, she going to show her appreciation physically. Remember me tell you, she's going to show her physical appreciation as well as others. But she going to make you know so she appreciate you being that person.
She is very appreciative.
Yes, she's going to be very appreciative. So, gentlemen, be supportive of your partner, man. Ask her how her day go. And be the person who she can actually.
Exactly.
You know, say, hey, let me tell you something. I know a little time when Tasha go through some rough day. Tasha up on the phone with me and Tasha just blaze off. And start.
Me that.
I went in cussing, and then she said, "Babes, you know, say I know you, I know you. It's not you, but." But I don't know what experience that. And not really you, but.
Yeah, let me tell you something. We as women, when we get to that point where we're so heated, we got to get it out. We have to get it out. Because if we don't get it out and it stays there, the person will come, I will get the end of the stick where it's not theirs. Yeah.
But you know, from a man's perspective, let me tell my brothers so they understand. When the lid comes off and she actually busts the bag, brother, don't answer.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Nobody answer. That is the time when you actually shut up. Make she talk, make she vent, and let it off her chest. Because she herself, I will come back and say, babe, sorry, I never really you. I'm glad say you never answer me because you know you never really did
Mhm.
mean to really say it no negative way. Women are like that. Women are like that. So to my
Hey,
brothers, me are gonna listen.
Jay, let me tell you something. That the one that is sweetest part I stop, yeah? You see, after the bag of breeze and all of them something they come and tear down the whole place and the higher part. Why?
You're
Oh,
what
that is
is?
sweetest part I stop. But here one now. Here one. Not only bashing the
All y'all
females,
thought that Otis was
men,
just the old
men, men,
Otis
men, you should
Mabanso.
know how to treat your woman. You see me? Males should really know how really treat them woman. You get what I
Yeah.
say? Because right now the 3/4 of the time, the 95% of the time is the man classify a woman as a beating stick or a sex object. You get what I say?
Facts. Mm-hmm.
So we should really know how to treat females. Not just in a relationship, but even outside of a relationship also.
You know, Jay, something just come to my mind a while ago, right?
Run it, run it.
I think you should have a forum where we have like you could do like one for women and then one for men to teach because a lot of young people and sometimes older individuals as well, they don't know. So I think it would be a good idea for you to have something kind of a forum where people could come and learn, especially women and men, especially submission, because as I said, that's a word that they take out of context so many
Mm-hmm,
times because they
mm-hmm.
don't fully understand the meaning or the biblical meaning of being submissive or submission then. So I
Right.
just think that that would be so great for you to have something of a forum when one for the men so the men them can come up and learn.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But you know, for that the forum, the mode I want to set it up. Mode I want to set it up in a way where we make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
Make a big deal. Promotion for weeks. We are
yeah.
promoting.
Well, man, we can do it, man, and then we have the ladies
Yeah,
come and stuff like that. So
You can
that
start promoting from
yeah.
tonight.
Bro, the easiest thing right now, as me I talk to one, we can actually set up all the flyer.
hold on.
Cause you see, as Fuller say, that's something important. That's an important part of relationship growth. And I don't know if I doubt if it's a direction God actually try bring me, or not try, but bring me where I realize most of my live streams are about family and relationship. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but
Yes.
a lot of the topics that I realize that I discuss is not about sex and lewdness and nor raunchy behavior and ratchet attitude and nothing like that. Not like I'm
Excuse.
not
Mind,
that I'm
mind, mind that
discrediting
word there.
individuals'
That's
lives,
just half a series movie, brother.
but I guess, but you know, Tasha said it in the comment section. Tasha said you are a family man, and that is exactly how I am. You know, I seek to educate people about the things that swim around in my head in regards to how I believe it should be where a good family operates. So even where man and woman relationship, some might say, oh, but you're not married. How can you talk about that? But dude, I will readily remind you that I'm divorced. So been there, done that, have the experience, get the certificate, and I'm good to talk about it. Yeah, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to appreciate it. write the book and wear the t-shirt. I know the full 9 yards. I do one of the worst relationships and can come back now and say having one of the best in my experience ever. So two sides of the coin, if you see what I'm saying, Otis. So I know the balance. I know what the middle ground look like. You understand?
Yeah.
So having a forum like that, I have a wealth of knowledge. I might not have the doctor of this and doctor of that, but I think I'm also well read. So
Experience
I know
a lot of things.
you know. I know
Yes, make sure you have to get the MC. You have to get the lady on the refreshment.
Yeah, but funny enough, I wouldn't want to whichever night it is, I wouldn't want to talk too much. I would want to host the event.
Let me tell you, enough
Wait,
things
let
me
me
not
just pick up
experience
tea
and
time
me
in
know about
the
it.
comment section there. Welcome again, tea time, lady Let's. Welcome. Thank you for being so supportive. You're
Hi,
one of
lady,
the
lady.
you're one of the persons who are always here, and I appreciate you for that, my dear. I missed your live stream earlier. I wanted to be there. I heard about it after the fact, but nonetheless grateful. But ladies, me don't want you to fall asleep on me. Me don't hear from you yet from a church perspective. And I need to hear about your perspective being a first lady. Yes, me load up your thing. I want to hear
Upload up my sister.
yes, I want to hear from the pastor's house the importance of intimacy in a relationship. So where you vex
You can't load up people, you see?
sister, where you vex for? No, I have to big up my resource people. Let me lucky. When God send resource, you have to use it. When they said to Moses, he said, "What is that in your hand?" And Moses said, "One rod," and he said, "Stretch it out." He said, "Use it." Oh, no, lucky. So whenever I want to talk about matters that are relationship based and experience based, full of me can always throw that gear because
Why
you're my wealth
you love
in that
short things
department.
because I can't catch? Just.
We're not gonna knock you fuller. I'm not gonna hit you. If I want to talk about cooking, we can always link Ricky.
Mm-hmm. So you're trying to say me can't cook either?
No, but we don't know. But that is it, That is the same thing with
Because like
intimacy.
say full of invest in a site in Steam.
No, but that's the same thing again with intimacy and communication and these things. What is she don't put that foot forward, so I don't know if she could. You get what I'm saying
I
now?
want to secret my eye people.
Shall play Dandy Shandy?
She played Dandy Shandy Tasha.
You know what?
How to play Dandy Shandy?
For example, for Tasha, as it relates to Tasha, Zin, Otis, everybody on the live knows that Tasha can cook. Why? Tasha on the live and Tasha left half of the live go cook. I'm full belly. Everybody knows that 2
Man,
times.
if somebody love them belly, no must can cook.
Don't know that nothing about that.
Exactly. Can you have enough to feed yourself?
Exactly. So, all right, that's the thing there. But I mean, wait, lady said, she's lady listen, right there. If you talking about cooking, check Ricky. Them I don't know, lady let's. I know so Ricky our boss. Yeah.
So Ricky, oh yeah, say you're hungry and you can't cook.
Ricky,
I don't understand the logic.
Go Ricky for go. Ricky have a good relationship with in kitchen.
You hear, lady, let's Tasha always eat. Listen, young lady, wasn't I on your live all evening? All evening.
Otis, step aside there.
I'm gonna reach home till 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I reach home. No, 8:30. So I had to eat something, and I was fasting all day. So I
guys, step back a little bit because the two sisters them are war.
Me's was hungry.
I'm glad that me a roach, so me not going to fall fight there.
Exactly. Just stay away from it. But on a serious note, though, guys, intimacy, the value of intimacy cannot be measured in relationships. It cannot. It go far and it go wide. Remember me tell you. You understand? It goes far and it goes wide. Because a lot of people don't see the value of putting in the extra work And believe me,
Fuller.
it is a lot of work. Enough work, Otis. You're a young man, so me can tell you plenty work. Because you
And
have
me,
to
I tell you, Jay,
yes, man. Because it has something where
you
it have
think me
to
no know?
me know say you know, so me I tell you. It's something that has to be
Alright, well,
maintained, as you rightfully point out. But the car
let me show you a pre.
technology, you have to maintain it, guys.
Mm.
You have to check in on
Mm-hmm.
it. You can't leave it for granted. And please, we have a propensity to change, guys. Please don't change for the person overnight and don't give the person the warning signs. Please. And why I said that?
Such a serious movie, man.
It's not
Yeah.
about giving the person the warning signs, though.
No, watch me now,
There
Tasha.
are signs.
Follow where I'm going and you will see what I mean. Just we're talking about the part of the thing where you used to dress so nice around the house, right? Remember, the man fell in love with a woman who is very curvy and nice and well shaped, awesome, fabulous shaped, and you used to wear these nice, wonderful things around the house, and then all of a sudden you just stop on the man, no sign. You just get up one morning and just decide say, "Oh, can't bother."
Straight 90.
Straight 90, and not just 90, but me talk about the granny 90 them. Although granny 90 have them place. But that is the granny 90 and setters. That about a look there with the
Yeah, man.
granny
No.
90 and the socks. Granny 90 and the socks and the push to bed slippers.
Them African sheet, them man.
Yeah. You know? And that you start with the man. And then all of a sudden now, if the man should
What's wrong with
say
that?
anything,
What's wrong with the bed slippers?
no, me say you used to dress nice fuller and put together yourself so sweet going to bed. Will smell sweet and nice. And then all of a sudden now you just start with the bed slippers and socks and the long old granny night with
And
slippers
the
and
You
money
know
your
on
them
the head.
royal suit that what the African king them always wear, Jay.
not even the royal
Just
suit to them wear. Me talk about the oversized t-shirt we catch them on the ankle.
and them comfortably, see?
Hey, man, show you,
And
man.
no
They
A
are.
bag of material.
True, they are comfortable.
Them, let me tell you something.
They are.
They don't understand. Cause they have them soft bed slippers. They want the fleece and just
Yes. Them
And it just
comfortable is
soft.
true.
all right. Hold on. Let me go put it into context. Fuller, if you can set up that nice bed slippers with the fleece fuller, and you can put yourself so nice together.
because-
Even if you wear one of the big, even if you have on one of the big t-shirt fuller, you just tie the side and make it look attractive. Girl.
But I go. But you know,
No,
easy.
you're not. No, you're not. You're coming inside. Good night, Pastor. Welcome, Pastor. I hear that you're listening into the conversation. So
Listen, I just
The
think
man
that
of the
they have so many nice things
the man of
now,
the
right? They have the little
Fuller. Wait now.
But watch out, even if you got your bed, that not say you have to wear them bag of gun like a preacher, mama.
Otis, wait now. The man of the cloth is in the house. So, Pastor, let's
hello, Pastor.
welcome.
Pastor, let's have how are you doing?
Thank you for being here. Yes, we appreciate your presence, sir. Yes.
Very
And if you
much
can
so.
drop in an input, we appreciate the input as well. But intimacy valuable. Fuller, take it away.
Anyway, you know, you have the look nice dress them, they look silky nighty, right? But I understand we have the big t-shirt now we are again at 2022 now. Now have the nice little spaghetti strap, right? And you put on your nice little spaghetti strap. Yes. And you put on you look and it's so silky and shimmery, right? And you have the little body splash from Victoria's Secret. If you can't go get Victoria's Secret, go to Walmart and get the little $3 spray. And
So me have a question.
That sound like a singing you go more.
You know when women depend them period, right? And you just don't feel like dressing like this, all that work. Because sometimes me if I'm period, I might feel like put on no 90 and no nothing. one long t-shirt and one big sweatpants or something.
No, I
And
don't
granny,
do sweatpants.
granny
Me
panty and then
personally, I don't do sweatpants. I will do a shorts like
All
one
right,
of the
can I say something?
Oh, Otis, more one year from the woman, them don't say nothing.
you know the shorts and the drawstring shorts, the little short up under your
Boy
under your
shorts,
drawers
yeah.
them. Yeah, look
Yeah.
good shorts. I prefer like I don't do sweatpants. Never have.
Right.
But you personally don't like it. Everybody is different. I really don't do the t-shirts. I do more like nighties. The cute little silky night. Whether I'm on my menses or whether I am just regular. I just do cute nighties because me just feel like say you got your bed looking cute and beautiful and you can wake up and you smell good seeing a girl look nice even if you get raga in between. I just believe that.
Right. Fuller, me I got allow Otis to talk, but me just endorse what you said. I always hear old people teach the young ladies this. Make sure you put yourself together nicely when you go to your bed because anything can happen and you have to run out of the house.
Facts. And please make sure on the beard. I'm just
Bed good and get your bed nice, man, and smell up nice. If you have to grab only if you can only grab your purse, you can run out of the house and feel comfortable to know that you are safe and secured based on how you leave the house. You understand? Ladies, are some solid points we drop right here, so we just write notes if we no need to take notes. We not just there to entertain over JCs. We there for help people. You understand? So that's how we run forward conversation them. We are help people. So Fuller, tea time said, go Fuller, go. You have a cheerleader over there. Tasha. Otis, sorry. Go ahead, Otis.
All right, let me go on a construction site. Trust is the foundation, right? Communication is the key. Love is the roof. Intimacy is the walls. Wanna get that?
Build the house, brother. I see you. Build the
All
house.
right.
But Otis, me have a question. Otis. Me hear the key, but me no hear nothing about the door.
No, what now? The key cover the door. You get
No.
what I mean? It's a combination. The key cover the door. No,
Eh.
wait. That is the door.
Let me help
Remember
you with
that.
the door. I'm your father. I'm a young man.
That
I'm
is
your
the
father.
door.
Let me help you with the door. Communication is the door.
Oh,
Communication is the door.
communication.
Yeah, man. Because when you use that key to unlock communication, my brother, when you use that key to
All right. So
unlock
what does the key represent
communication,
in that case?
huh? Me
What
say
does the key represent?
when you use the key to unlock that door of communication, it brings you into that house. And at that time, you're going to
Yeah, me
experience
know.
it.
I heard that. But may I say
So
the
go on
key
now.
have to have a representation. What does the key represent?
Go on
If
now.
communication
Educate
is a door, then the key must represent something, not just to unlock the door. Isn't it? But what does the key really represent?
What is we waiting? Go on now.
Eh?
Lady, let's say we are waiting. Communicate is the door. God is the key, bro.
All right. Argument done this up.
Mm. You know, it's funny that you said that, Otis. I had this thing that I always said. And somehow in the past relationship, it got
Mm.
distorted. But I always say my marriage should be made up of three. A three are in a marriage. Me on one
Your wife
side,
and God.
the other side, and God in the middle. And God not just in the middle like a sandwich biscuit, but in actually in the middle like crazy glue. Because that's supposed to stick it together. Is it? And that's the principle when me want to
Mm-hmm.
carry over into future. Right there, so. I want to carry that over in a future. Because you see, if you allow God to be the adhesive in the middle, You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Lady, let's say communication belly full. Tasha, what say you? Been a little bit silent here, so we want to hear. Tasha, you there? Full, are you there?
I'm here. I was running the water because washing out something, and I didn't want the feedback. Now you hear me? Everybody got
Yeah, man, we're still there. We're still there, man. We're still there. Go on. You take it over. Go on.
Yes, lady, let's. Yes, we don't know what Jay said. Let go my shirt. Let me go. Sure. Yes, guys. So, you guys have to kind of know where. Let me just say this before I say what I was going to say. If your relationship doesn't have God in the center of it, trust and belief that you're going to live in a turmoil. Right? You are going to live in a turmoil. You understand what I mean? And let me just say this. A lot of people out here nowadays, they're pretending to be something. And when I say pretending, my previous relationship, I told myself that the next relationship that I wanted somebody who loves God, right? So I met this guy and I told him what I was looking for and stuff like that. He asked me what I was looking for. And I told him I want somebody, that has respect and, who's loving and who loves God. And, I gave him a slight list of, I didn't tell him everything, but I gave him a slight list of what I was looking for. The man tell me, say, him got church, him got fearing. So I say, yeah. So I say, yeah, man, you're my type of guy. So I say, yeah, man, you're my type of guy. Let me tell you something, my love. You see, couple months down in the relationship, wants to finally start living together, man. The honeymoon nice, when you're top, and if I say, baby, I love you, baby, hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up. No, that all that nice, Let me tell you something. You ever hear the term when them say, see me and live with me are two different? You see, when me start live with this person, we call the person orange. You see, when me and orange start live together, my love, not when you am God, no, remember nothing about God, Because guess what? He was not right in the first place. He was saying that because he wanted to get close to me, and he figured out if he had shown his real self, he would have not gotten close to me. So he put on this shield or this mask, yeah, and he was deceitful. So this goes to all men and women. Do not be deceitful. Be intentional in what you want in life, whether it is relationship, in marriage, in your friendships, in your work, whatever relationship. Because people don't understand that relationship doesn't mean a man and a woman. Relationship also is friendship. Your parents, relationship with your parents, even with your parents, you have to have, as an adult, you have to have boundaries where your parents or your siblings cannot cross. You understand what I mean? So you have to be intentional.
Preach.
What?
Preach it. Preach.
Someone throw the phone in you. Cha. You understand me? I say, so you guys, please do not be out here being fake and telling them, oh, I am this set of person just because the person desires a person with X value. Don't do that, because as time progresses, that mask is going to come off and the real you is going to push forth, and it's going to be all about deception. So even if you are a good person, the other person don't know, because guess what? You go into the relationship being deceptive. We don't need that. We don't have time for that. If you find somebody and you say I want that and the person is not for you, it is okay. There's somebody out there for you. There's no reason to be deceptive whatsoever. And I rest my case.
Yes, what me
Well,
say a while ago?
go on,
What me say a
notice.
while ago? That man
Serious.
used a fake key to open that door. You see
Picky
me?
lock.
Yes, because you say, yo, you like a person who is God fearing, a person who really loves God. Yeah, him find out say, yo, that's the clue, that's the best way him can get to enter a relationship with you. You get what I mean? I say, so go ahead and drop a key and cut that key and, you see me, and lock that door. Easy and simple. You see me? That's why you have to really know who you date before you enter a relationship. You get to say, yo, you're just a meeting, but yeah, you see me?
And
My
you must
people them always
also,
tell me, test the person first. You see me? Know how close the person is to soap and water. You see me? Know, you have to know all of them stuff there before you actually enter a relationship. You see me? And know if that person is really telling the truth. That's why you must really be observant.
yeah,
You see me?
and
Observe
discern
the least
discern
little
what's going
details.
on.
You see me? And stop running from the red flag them. That then go follow you.
Yeah.
You see,
And there's red flags,
yeah.
there's red flags in every relationship. Them pop up. Them like you we see it, and God will show you them. God usually show man in a dream. He usually dreams on something about, I may say, oh, what can I dream them here? But there were red flags, and it might not come like that for everybody, but you will see it. And if you dream it, God sent it in a one dream, God will show you it in another way. You understand? It's a lot of things that you have to be like tea time say, open your eyes to see it. It have to be, you have to be like what to say, you have to be observant. And Fuller said earlier in the chat, you have to be observant. You have to be observant. You have to know what you want, first of all, as a person. Because if you don't know what you want in a person, you're gonna just go with anything, because you're gonna just take anything as it is. But you have to know your values, and you have to know who you are, and you have to know what you like and what you are looking for in this person. And if it's not in the person, then oh well, bye. God will provide the person that is for you. God will exactly provide the person that you describe and that you
Yes,
desire. God will
that
do that. You
that
understand?
compliments you. The
That
person that
compliments you,
compliments
and that
you.
person, and like I said, as me said only pattern, that person might not be in the pretty package that you expected the person to be in, but that is your package.
When
And
you hear that, person call me ugly.
it I did not say you are ugly. And when I say package, I don't mean physical look. I mean like and I can share this because he's here. When I met him, I was like, I'm like, you're really not my type. Like, you're not the type of person that I would like actually go for. Like, if me I would date somebody, you're not the type of person that would sit on the road and be attractive to. You understand? But that's not that's not how God sent what I asked for. But when I started to get to know this person, everything what me asked God for, that's in this person. So God knows what He's doing. God is going to send that person for you that you asked for. Yes, it might not be in a package that you think it's supposed to be in, but if you are looking on the outside package and not the overall package, right? If you're looking at the outside packaging and the overall and what is inside the package, then you're gonna miss out upon what God sent for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you
Right.
have
So
to really,
And I think I said this already on somebody's life. I think it's your life, Jay. Don't
mhm.
follow nobody and talk about your perfect man out there. There is no man that walk this earth is perfect here. Not one, because guess what? Even the
Rightly
one where
so.
you feel are your type, him come with a lot of mistakes. Him come with a lot of faults.
What if I flaws by?
You understand? So don't pull up yourself about your perfect man out there.
Oh, this is my perfect
Because
type.
the perfect man we are gonna find are gonna come with some bag of garbage where you see him when I go help him change.
All
Good?
right. So stop in.
oh, go ahead,
I
Jerry.
wanted to make a point earlier when you were giving the flag analogy. And you hit the nail right on the head again when you say that about you being able to change. There are times, Otis, when you will see the red flags, and a lot of people feel like the red flags come to scare you away from the person. And all the time when you see the red flags, you feel run. I wonder if I'm making sense. Because there are times when the red flag pops up, but God would put you in that person's life to be the one to help them to get rid of that red flag. So guess what now, Otis? That person now hold your hand and pull out that red flag out of your hand. There are times when people are in your life for that person, purpose. You understand? Because I can tell you, and I'm certain Tasha will say the same thing, and I'm certain Fuller can say the same thing. When you got into your relationship, sometimes there are things that would have been there that needed changing, but you in yourself don't know the first thing to do to change that. And you know what? Having been in a relationship over time, you realize that you start dropping off the scales of the things that would have been a bother. And sometimes the change take place so quickly that you don't even recognize that the change take place. And you're not inclined to doing the thing that you normally do before. You don't even miss it or realize that you stopped doing it. You understand what I mean, Otis? So sometimes when the flags are there, it is your duty as the partner to help take out the flag out of the person on rather than running away.
But in its simplest form, everybody is walking around with a red flag. It may not be just four, it may not be five, but everybody is walking around with a red flag, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
there
man,
are things
everybody have
that
their
you can
flaws.
do that person that is definitely a turn off to that person. You get what I'm saying? And there are things that person is gonna do to turn you off. You get what I'm saying? So you just have to know how to deal with situations and know how to really maintain a relationship in that aspect. Isn't it? Do not, do not drop your standard though to please everybody at all. So if that person is not
Right.
willing to change that red flag or not willing to change that red flag into a green flag, then you know that is a total turn off. Isn't it? Don't go this up. Alright? But if that person is willing to listen and to really change, then you can have the go ahead. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, that's true. That's true. Right, that's so. Key thing about what you say a while ago, don't drop your standard. Not drop your standard. Because the moment you start dropping standard, Papa, you're in a big trouble. As me did say before, you're trying to be somebody else that you're not. And in dropping your standards, you're gradually becoming somebody else. Because you have to become somebody else in order for you to depreciate your standards. Have to. Because if you are holding on to your standards and maintaining your standards, Otis, then you are a particular person. But the moment you start moving away from that, then you start changing. And the point that I made earlier is this: sometimes you change and end up changing into something that you cannot recognize at the end of the day because you've changed so much, you've evolved so much. You can't identify the first form that you would have been. Can't find yourself back. You can't find back yourself.
Oh, there you go. Come to me all ago. Like I said this, even though we're on this relationship topic, like I said this, Jesus did not change. Never. He did not change to please the crowd. You understand? So
Mm.
if we are following the footsteps of Christ, don't change. You see me?
Yeah, man.
Because Jesus never, even
I'm
though
wouldn't,
he was
I
under
wouldn't say
so many
don't
pressures,
change.
you see me?
I wouldn't say don't change. You know what is because my way we do
Yeah, we have
claim
some
to
bad
follow
ways where we really
Jesus.
need to change, but that,
And we do
you
have some
understand?
things that we really need to change in order to be the best version of
But
ourselves.
I
Because,
think we all
because,
understand what I'm
bro,
talking about, though.
yeah, me understand, but we have to really put it into context for the others who might use it as an excuse not to change. I am saying, I make this personal. Me, Otis, J, right over here, so me have some dirty ways sometime. And me have to make sure me tell myself say, oh, me modify that. Me make a decision, me actively make a decision for change. Why? Because at the end of the day, bro, I don't want it to be a case where it becomes a spoiler for my relationship. All right. Perfect example. When I just met Tasha, I was coming out of the rockiest of my experiences. I don't tell you that already. See? And I was so submersed in my temperament, Otis, that if because me try and I like me never try other relationships after me and my wife break up. Cause you know you always have people who are interested and waiting to hear that you are free. Right? And the easiest thing, Otis, after me snap. And if you say something will rub me the wrong way, me answer you. I'm open on my feelings, I'm a vex. I wonder if you understand what I say. But I made a decision and I said, under no circumstances am I going to allow my past experiences to dictate how me act in this relationship. And Tasha can tell you if she shows the desires. Right now, me one of the most patient person she ever buck upon in regards to even being upset. I don't think she ever see me upset yet, Otis. I don't think she has ever really seen me. Why? I had to make an adjustment because me tell myself say me not go use my experiences from whatever relationships me that the scars and when me get in the past relationship. If me did for use that for judge she, then she would have been judged unfairly. Would have treat her bad. And then she wouldn't stick around. But would have just be this miserable young man. I don't know if you get what I mean. Cause about everything and in my feelings and in my temper about everything. So there are times when you have to make that adjustment. Yes, it's good and wonderful to say, okay, don't change. But once Christ is in your life, you must be malleable enough to change based on the need or the nature of the circumstance. You must be able to adjust. And that is one of the things that is killing a lot of relationships. Fuller, are you there? One of the things that are killing a lot of
I'm
these
here.
relationships is the fact that we refuse to
Can you hear
make
me?
adjustments. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm here.
Come
I'm
But
on, we're
here.
here.
while you're there, we don't want to make
All right, say,
adjustments.
listen.
Wait, brother. We don't want to make adjustments, and that is one of the things that is killing relationships because some of us we see the relationship going downhill, and if I feel we say we're gonna make a decision to make a change, Otis, we not do it. We're stubborn in our ways, and oh, I'll never mean wrong in us, and she wrong, so me I make she. And before you know it, it goes down and goes down and goes down until the relationship die a natural death. Whose fault is it? Yours. You could have made something happen because maybe if you check the records, you were the one who was wrong. Go ahead now, Otis.
Yeah, man, as you were saying, we should really take responsibility for our actions, isn't it? Because a lot of times in relationships, that's what's really missing, isn't it? Nobody's owning to be wrong. You get what I say? Everybody has to, yo, are you do this? Everybody a point finger. You get what I say? So at the end of the day, you have to realize, yo, the two of them not gonna need to trust on one another again because everybody a point finger. You get what I
Yeah,
say?
man.
So in that
Yeah,
case,
man. Everybody a
when
fine
all
finger.
trust is gone, the foundation don't break up. So guess what? The house I got rocky.
Yeah.
I get what I said. The house is going to be on an unleveled, isn't it, ground.
Yeah.
I get what I
And
said.
now
So I
when
have to
the house
realize that the
rocky
least
and
the
start
breeze
the
blow,
board.
the least the conflict come in,
Sure.
isn't it?
Sure.
All hell let loose.
You know,
I
it
get
me I
what
say
I said. And then
Otis.
pull little while they were under pressure.
You know, it me I say
Why?
the walls of the relationship get so broken and
Hmm?
depreciated that you can take bamboo stick and
which is
and
communicate, which is
in the board.
intimacy. You remember the something like the example, which is intimacy. Is it me?
Yeah.
So when
No little
trust
niceness,
gone,
no.
the door go under pressure. Don't knock around the key now, because guess what? The key is God. So the it's like a
The
perfect
key
example.
always a go
The
first.
key is God, so the key is set aside, not trouble the key. You get what I mean? I say the key is firm to itself. The key can depend on itself. You get what I mean? I say, because guess what? That same key can be used in another lock
True, but guess
unless
what the
it
thing
is
about it?
built
Sometimes
to it.
we put on the key and it end up last.
Mhm.
So if you ever
That is
notice,
true.
as you rightfully say, Otis, if you ever notice, if somebody decide to break into a house without permission, they will never look for the key first. The first thing they always try to do is either break a window or kick in the door. Am I making sense?
Mhm.
So they will go ahead and damage a window or damage the door. But you know, see
Or
them a
for the
break the key.
communication.
They not try break the key in order to get in.
My God, what an
So
example,
the
man.
first thing, so the first thing they do is chip away at the communication of the relationship. And chip
Yes,
away
start
at the
telling about who I
relationship.
take man from who not take man and all of them
Yes.
stuff there. Stop
And
here
I'm telling
again.
you, and I'm telling you, gentlemen and ladies, be careful of some people who you allow to go through your door. Because
Oh
I know
boy.
people said it earlier, I know every friend for
Damn it,
talking in your
inches.
relationship. And I know every family member for talking in your relationship either. Because you
Damn
have
it,
some family
inches.
member that don't have nothing good to say. And you have some friend that don't have nothing good to say. You know here say, Otis did up the road with Sandra daughter.
Yeah,
And
man.
poor Otis probably just a pass and say good morning, and Sandra daughter could have say, "Oh, what going Otis? Say Sunday coming home, no that nothing come to church no." And probably Otis I say, "Yeah, man, church start at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning and so and so and so." And that's the conversation. But you're there too far from where Otis is to hear the nature of the conversation. Otis did this share Jesus. But you take it in yourself. If you say Otis up there so with Sandra that a whole conversation and things say
Mm-hmm.
it's something else. So what you do? You run, go down the road, go tell Fuller. Fuller, Otis up the road a chat to Sandra daughter. And boy, may I tell you how me
And
them a
what
lot.
you say?
First thing about us as Jamaicans, let me tell you about us and the dirty ways that we have. We will always try to add to the story to make it more interesting. And try to allow the story to
No, but the thing
see.
is that you
No,
tell
we
me
love
about
tell
who you see
story.
a chat. What you say to them?
No, you see, Otis will love tell story, as Jamaicans, But we never tell the story as accurate as is. Because we feel like say if we don't add something to the story and spice it up, it now nice. You want to see how when then throw their hand round there one another. And boy, a big laugh did that going up there. And boy, me just tell you, oh, she did that look upon him from head to toe. Goody, I take him on to your husband, and the one Otis him. And nothing like that took place. Nothing like that took place. But that's how we stay.
Let me piggyback up on what you said, Jay. Let
But
me
sometimes
piggyback
you
up
have to
on
let
that.
in certain people through your door of communication.
Let me piggyback up off what you said. You see, some people, because you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, and because they were not fortunate to find their person, maybe not as
Mm.
yet, or they maybe will never find the person, because they're not fortunate. No, they don't want you to be unhappy. Them say misery love company. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So because you unhappy, because me unhappy, and Jay him a going with himself, man, Tasha, oh, we can't stand the boy on. And that's how rumors start. People don't understand that they have to look into the mirror and look for themselves. Right? And everybody will say, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Oh, I'm so happy. I know everybody need it. Because what? Some of them are dirty. You
For real,
hear?
man. For real.
Mm.
Hey.
So
Full of Tasha said she did sleep, your voice wake her up.
let me tell you something. right? I am a preacher. I'm a PK, a preacher's kid. And we can't
Oh,
tell you.
y'all didn't know that, right? Y'all didn't know that Fuller's father was a pastor, right?
So
Yeah,
let me tell
PK
you
up in the
something,
building.
right? Right? Let me tell you something. When and this is just a little example of a scenario. My both my parents passed away from cancer within months of each other, correct? And when my dad was the first person to go, and when we go to church, everyone was like, "Oh, hey Rev, how you guys doing?" Da 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 da. Yes, when my father sick down before me end up in the hospital, we not see half of them people, right? And even up to this day, I take that, right? And I had to learn that lesson as young as I was. I had to learn that lesson. And everybody was say, "Yeah, man, I'm happy for you, man. You're going with yourself. Yeah, man, you're good girl." Me love, check the art. Check the art, check the actions of people. Me can't tell you, say, the sky is blue, my love. And I can't say that because all of our pretenders are here. I'm not talking about here on the live, but I'm just saying in general. And them tell us, say, "Boy, girl, you look so nice. Your ear looks so nice." And then guess what? By the time you scroll up on social media, my lover, who have the same hairstyle as you. I ever been there with somebody that say, "Oh, you know, something I like that dress for you. And my love check on social media. A good have on the same dress. She tell you, say, don't look good upon you. You have to check people out, my love. Check it. You have discernment. You understand? You can't know something. Let me tell you something. Your actions will tell you who people are. Your actions.
Yeah.
Who people are. I had something similar situation today. A friend of mine. We're kind of young in our friendship, right? Let's just be transparent here. We're young in our friendship, right? This person is a lot more older than I am, and so she could have been my mother, right? And I found out that she had the big C, and I found out on social media actually, and I said, I just got up and called her. I got up and called her, and she was, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, I'm just, first I did call. I didn't get any answer. Then I sent a voice note. Then she listened to the voice and called me back. And I said, "How you doing? Are your family and stuff like that?" I was getting ready for work. And she was like, "Oh, you can hear in her voice that, she's not breathing well and stuff." And I said, "I just called to breathe a word of prayer for you." And she was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes, I just called, I get ready for work, but just want to cover you and your family with prayer." She was shocked. She was shocked. Because she did not believe that I was that type of person where, would do such a thing like that. And I prayed for her. And she was like, "Oh, her birthday is coming up." And she was like, "Oh, it's the worst birthday." I said, "Listen, never you say that. You have life. Your kids are covered. You're covered. You might be going through something right now, but guess what, my love? So when you come back, and you come back bigger, better. So when the devil see I've got peep in me, I can't really come touch you because you're covered under the blood. And me I talk to her, and me I speak to her spirit." And she was shocked. She was very shocked. So let me tell you something. You have to know who you have in your life. You have to know who you have around you. You have to know. You have to judge them by their fruits. And it says so in the Bible. You should know them by them fruits. Know them by them actions. We cannot be naive no more. We cannot be naive to this world no more. Because people will be people. It's just a handful of us are there who are truly there. When somebody said they're there for you, you have to test people too. If somebody said I'm there for you, test
lifestyle.
for me. If me call and tell us I'm not food in my house and me broke and pauperized, what can you do for me? It doesn't have to be financial. You can breathe a word of prayer. You understand? So let's just be vigilant, man, because the devil come in so many forms, my love. You can't take no check. You cannot take no check. Especially in a relationship. Cover your relationship under the blood. You have to cover it. Because people out here were so envious. They're envious because they're unhappy.
And you know what? Why we keep this thing about them to Fuller? And I don't like we are churching right here, so but anyway we got church. You know, you have some people who just like how we the Christians pray. Them pray over your life, over your relationship and your situations too.
Me know.
They do, you know. And when they chant certain sitting over your life, you know, brethren, the world down where you get, you know, you wicked down when one vice grip wall, you know. And that is the reason why we have to stay covered. We have to pray up one another. We have to do like what the Bible says. It say, iron sharp met iron on the countenance of one brethren and the other brethren. We have to do that. Fuller, I lift my hat. I am not wearing a hat right here now, but me I tell you, me lift my proverbial hat off to you. Because everybody knows that them friends sick and go check in. Yo, I always tell people, check in. What is there as witness on the live here right now? Bro, if me not call you, me I text you. Me find out what go on with you. Me check in. Especially because me know said the other day Otis was going through a little rocky road. Me check in on him. And my son that. You understand?
Yeah.
Check in. Full of me check in on you too.
Let me tell you something. There are some people that the devil really hire as BTAs. You know what that means? Who can tell me what that means?
Go on again now.
Let me hear you say.
There are some people that the devil hire as BTAs.
BTA?
We're not the agents.
Business transfer agents.
Business transfer agents, yeah.
You see me? So then pick up your lifestyle, bring it. You see me? Anytime they bring it, they might come back with something as a solution, not what God sent, but what other spirits sent. You see me? BTAs, business transfer agents. You get what I say? So them only a transfer your lifestyle. Transfer your lifestyle, come back with a solution.
Yeah, man. And the same thing that guys are a spying spirit, man. You have to shoot the spying spirit them. God then come fast in your life, come tell others. You know much of them there? What is sometimes that's the reason why sometimes any little progress are going in your life if you shut them out and not tell nobody. Especially if there's a progress taking place in a relationship. Or if there's even if there's a problem in a relationship. Sometimes you have to tell nobody nothing. Don't tell them. Because you have some people who the only purpose them serve is to take it and carry it where it is not where it does not belong. I remember a few years ago, and me use this as an example every day with every relationship. I was in college, right, Otis? I was talking to this girl, and you know, she was my senior because me a freshman and me I talk to senior woman, unheard of. You understand? Unheard of. But nonetheless, this girl was the person who gave me the biggest surprise in regards to college relationship. Them time my cell phone never prevalent, so house phone I do it. I mean, the woman notice school let off on break. I think it was a Christmas And this girl called my phone from Kingston. She live at St. Thomas, you know that. And she called the house phone. And the first question when she asked, not even good evening. She said, may I speak to my government name is Dwight? I said, speaking. And she said, Dwight. I said, yes. And she said, ooh, and you. Did the American be a walk and hug up?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, she live at
Jaboli?
Kingston. She live at Kingston.
Oh, she know
And
that?
me there St. Thomas. And in the day, me and somebody did actually a walk and hug up in American there. But guess what the joke about it? The person who I was hugging up was my sister, who I had not seen in so many years. She come to Jamaica. Because my sister don't live here.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister, me grew up on my sister, and it was just a big thing for her to really say, our little brother. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister up in arms and with true Marant Bay. And somebody could have gone to her and report to her, say, me there sent him as a hug up woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, such anywhere in catch a relationship there what is. Can I cut off that in a brother? Because
right
if you,
Bye-bye.
yeah man, have a nice life, man. Because if you can do that, if you can call my phone and a cuss and you don't even have the initiative to ask if who the person or whatever are, find out.
Mm-hmm.
Much less my family member that you talk about. And the things that you said before me reveal, say I'm a sister. Me couldn't continue with that one that did have to cut. I wonder if it's so me I say. So
Mm-hmm.
just to add to what you're saying, bro, there are times when you have some real agents who care about news, bro, where you have to cut them off. Well, you find some people in your life, they are the first ones to want to lend a listening ear. Oh, no, you can always talk to me, Otis. I'm always ears. I'll always listen to your conversation. But guess what? As soon as they listen to your Otis, then go and tell Fuller. Because every friend have a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you know what me do, Fuller? If me have a problem to tell Tasha, because anything when me tell Tasha, it affects she too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my best friend that.
Right.
So when me tell she can't always go tell who she want to tell. But anything when me tell her affects her as well.
Yep.
I wonder if it makes sense for me I say.
It does.
Yeah. So, all right, that's all. Feel like me vent enough. What's she there? Tasha, you there?
Tasha, listen to you, man.
Me know say she there. Me see she text a while ago. She there. What is? Everybody mute pa me. Everybody mute pa me. But I true, guys. Calm it down a little bit there. I true. Yeah, you have
No,
to know.
man, the reason why I'm muting now because I put some meat in at the pot and I thought that I don't want the feedback.
Me know the pre man. Me understand. But what me I say, full of a real talk. You can't just be quick and ready to share your business with everybody. You go find yourself in some serious trouble if you do that, because I know everybody will say, I know everybody will really smile with your happy feel. And I know everybody who say them are your friend is actually friends with you. They don't love you. They love the idea of you being around, but them not really love you. And one of the main reasons why them love the idea of you being around is for what they can get out of the situation. But any day it becomes obsolete, and then they realize that them can't really continue getting out of the relationship. Then you don't have no purpose to them anymore. So guess what now? Now you start hear the negativity. Now you start hearing the bad side of things, and everything get blown out of proportion. Faith Connections, thank you so much for being here. We don't usually stay much longer than this. We actually went over our usual time, but I'm very much grateful for you to be here. I just didn't want to run it off to the 30 minutes, Faith. So if you could just hang in there for a little bit, I'm gonna reach the 2 hours and 30, then we would end the live at 2 hours and 30. Because we're already 18 minutes in. Because we normally just go for 2 hours. But this conversation tonight was a very rich conversation, and it does, as enough of them would say in Jamaica, this is when I call for crowd. It was a good conversation. It is a good conversation. So, we're ever most glad that you could lend the time to be here, to be a part of, the J Squad. We're very
Yes,
grateful.
we come back full effect right this so.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
They
We
put
just
a late
want
night hot people.
We did just want to run it off to the 2 hours and 30, you know?
Yep.
Run
But
it
let
off
me
to
tell
the
you
2 hours
something,
and
man.
30. So, final thoughts, everybody. 10 minutes. We have
Yeah, I
what?
said, don't send me off my one. Let me get my look at gadgets. I know I'm ready for you.
Two hours and 19. I want to know, say, Fuller is going to come with her quotes for the day. So,
Yes, to carry over into tomorrow and the rest of the, practically the week done already. But you know what?
yeah. No, but wait, Fuller. Otis, come know you're one, as you me say, you're one take a while, you know. So, we just want to take the opportunity to just get us to the 10-minute mark, and then everybody can have their little piece and give Fuller the rest of the time, because Fuller got talk long. Boy, Tasha, come give your final thoughts before you actually settle to do what you said you were gonna do.
Alrighty then.
Wait, Tasha sound like she gonna do her business already. Otis,
What is gonna lift you?
right there. So Fuller, the ball is in your court, darling.
Come
10
on, go on,
minutes.
talk, man. Me still I get my little much them.
All right. So, for real, guys, my final thoughts is this: intimacy is very important in any relationship. Mind you, we did not say a romantic relationship, in any relationship, but intimacy is not for everybody. There are some relationships that you must keep your distance. You have to learn the difference of showing particular people, whether the intimate side or keep it on a business level. Because some people, as one of my uncle-in-laws said once when he was preaching, he said, love everyone but love some from a distance. Nothing is wrong with loving people from a distance. It's fine. Nothing wrong. It's not that I'm not gonna love you or appreciate you, but I can make the decision to keep you at a certain distance. And one of the main reasons why we keep certain people at a certain distance is so they don't get close enough to hurt your heart. But that no means say you don't love them, you still love them, but you just not let them close enough to come hurt you. And that's
Facts.
perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine in doing so. So, rule of thumb, love everybody. Show appreciation, but don't let in everybody into that personal space. Have circles. And what I mean circles, have certain radiuses around you, man. You know the closest persons, like family, like some families, and so you keep them in that smaller circle. Yeah, the ones that are close but not so close, you keep them in that bigger circle that circumvented vents that other one. And then you have another circle, like a onion, the outer bands. So the ones that you can actually lose, you keep them in the outer bands. Because some persons, if you notice an onion, when the onion gets old, the outer bands begin to get stale. So you have to cut away those old outer bands to get to the fresh part of the onion.
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong. Sometimes you have to cut off certain people, even some old friends that you might have for a very long time, in order
Mm-hmm.
for them to affect the intimacy of your relationship. Sometimes you have to cut off some people because the only thing that they do is become spoiled. And when they spoil everything in your relationship, especially if their relationship is sour. Think about it, and I'm still using the onion. You have two onions side by side. One of them goes bad, one is perfectly normal. But the mere fact that the one that has gone bad is still resting up against the good one, you know what takes place? The good one starts spoiling as well. That is how some people are in regards to your relationship. If you allow them to lean on the side of your relationship, if you give them access to your relationship, then they will start chipping away at that personal intimacy that you and your partner would have. And as a result, you're gonna find that that relationship becomes spoiled. You start questioning certain things in your relationship. You start arguing about nonsensical things in your relationship. And as a result of that, now trivial things become the order of the day, and it adds up. Snowball effect. Because the more you lend to it, is the bigger the situation becomes. And sometimes it's some minor things. Fuller, sometimes it's some minor something. But
Yep.
you feed into it. and it becomes a monster overnight. For example, your partner might have somebody might have accused your partner about something, and you could have did easy well just talk about it, And guess what? Your partner speaks the truth to you. He says, "Listen, yes, I was at the shop yesterday, but I did not do so and so and so." You could have accept that in a fuller, and you could have taken that as the truth. But you know what you do? You say, "No, a lie, because so and so tell me say you did this and you that and you that," and you put the other person's opinion over the opinion of your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better wake up. Wake up, because of them things that damage relationship. If the man tell you say he never do it, believe him. And if I lie, him I tell make film conscience kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But don't allow nobody to speak over your relationship and speak into your relationship without permission. When I run risk right there, so because I know of women who will do that kind of stuff, and you know why they're doing it? Because they want the man we have.
Facts.
Wake up.
Envy, man, envy.
Come on. They're envious of the fact that this man treats you well. They're envious of the fact that you are getting the things that they would want to get out of a relationship.
Facts.
And if them can't have him, you can't have him too. A son of them girls here think. And not just girl, but a son of man think too.
Yep.
You can't have such a good girl. And me there, son, I have none. That boy, you'll lose a girl there. A be a styling thing. Me I tell her everything about you. And they start making up the stories. Wake up. Wake up. Because a lot of the things are out there to test your relationship. Those are my few words in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right. Here are my quotes for this live stream to take with you.
Before your quotes, we want to hear your thoughts. Your final thoughts.
My thought is ask God for help. If you encounter someone that wants to be your friend, you have to ask God, when think about it. Show me the person. A lot of times he will tell you, he will show you in a dream, he will show you make them even show you themselves. Make situation happen where you find out the real truth them. Never put your 100% trust in people. I'm speaking from experience because these are things that has happened to me. Never be too trusting because you don't know people. And even when you know people for 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, a situation can come up and you see the person react a certain way or say, I don't know this person like this. Because what? They show you what they want you to see at that point in time. Right? Be confident.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of times, like, we're not confident in ourselves. And let me tell you something. Sometimes if you want somebody to talk to, write it. Write a letter to yourself. If you don't have anybody to talk to, right? Look at people's energy. Look at their energy. Feel the energy. What energy does that person give off to you? Because a lot of times, even, OJ say, energies can also be red flags. We don't know. Does that person give you a warm, loving energy? Do you feel somewhat uncomfortable around them? Sometimes we see some people say, no, some spirit can't take that somebody. Yeah? My spirit cannot take this person. Why? Because there's something in their spirit that your spirit don't no light. Your spirit just no settle around this person. And always trust your gut. Your
JP is the
gut
moon.
never lies. Your gut, I got to tell you anything before anything else. You have to trust yourself. And in everything, put God in the driver's seat of your life. Whether you look a man, you look a woman, you look a friend. Put him in the driver's seat. Because trust me, if you're not a friend, you are your best friend. If you're not a father, him are your father. If you're an orphan, him are your parents. Right? If you're hungry, he's your provider. You don't know where to live, he's your shelter. So you have to allow him and invite him in your life. You have to. Because you can't trust a lot of people of this world. Because at the end of the day, when this world passed away, all we have to do is look up. Look up. The Messiah draw at nigh.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right, Otis.
All right.
Final thought, Otis, and then Fuller. I will give you the quotes for the week, the rest of the week.
All right. One thing I'm gonna say. You have to be aware of the convicts when come like JPS here. They would thief your energy and end up charge your feet.
Hear them?
You ever realize that when you're in some relationship, it becomes like you're so drained, and when I come out of the yard, it comes like you feel you have a breath of fresh air, you get so energized.
Yeah.
You see me? And when it become like all hell let loose again. Beware of the JPS them in a relationship. Alright? So them I tell you about energy saving, and at the end of the day is energy taking.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I say?
All right. Thank you for your point. Solid. So, guys, as on here, they take the energy and them charge you for the energy with them take from you. These are little nuggets where we are dropped so that everybody can, Yeah, man. So Fuller, drop your quotes and we call it a night. Because we already gone back over 2 minutes over.
All right. The first quote. If you want to know someone's mind, listen to their words. If you want to know their heart, watch their actions. And then the second quote. Be more aware of what's really worth your energy. Have a great week, guys. A great weekend. If I don't see you again.
Hold on. You have to repeat that one there. Repeat number 2.
Number 2
Repeat
says
number 2. Some of them don't hear that.
Be more aware of what's really worth your energy. And quote number 1 says, If you want to know someone's mind, listen to their words. If you want to know their heart, watch their actions.
All right.
Right, this one.
You see, I'm out of warning, God.
As faith connection say, golden nuggets. And Otis just put the icing on the cake and bring attention, guys. A lot of warnings, cautions, notifications, admonition, examples, life stories, a whole heap of different things we exchange tonight just to drive home the fact that intimacy is valuable and important in your relationship. Thank you, Faith Connection, for passing through, and I thank you for just saying that we are informative in regards to our discourse. I appreciate you for being here. It's your first time, and I'm glad that you stayed with us. All right, so thank you for being a part of the community. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to watch all of my videos. Don't be afraid to make suggestions on the community board. Don't be afraid. Let's talk and let's continue this conversation over into the community. All right. So thank you once again for everybody who passed through tonight. Appreciate your support. Fuller, you don't know as your hostess. Otis, you know your hostess. You know that we're always going to be giving conversations like this. And guys, as I said before, Jason
I mean, when you're on the dog.
It's evolving, guys. So we might drop off. We might drop off the cooking and the adventure and just keep it at lifestyles. So,
Jay, remember for you something. Create the advertisement.
Where we do forums like this. Yes, Otis, you're saying?
Remember to create the ad about what we will be doing a couple weeks from now.
I mean, no full remind me. So I don't have a problem with that.
Definitely. What touch there? She got in her bed?
No, she said she going to have a bath.
But
Okay.
continue the water.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a blessed and productive night. Remember, put God first in everything that you do. And, let's enjoy the week. Remember, day above ground is a day to be thankful and to be grateful. No matter what you go through, hold strong and know that God is working out things on your behalf. Have a wonderful and blessed night, everyone. Stay safe.
All right.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Good night and bye.